Good afternoon, folks. This is Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo and Parkway RV Center. Guys, I've got one today. Wow. Probably my pick of anything currently on the lot in a Class A gas. And that's saying a lot because I've got some nice units out here. Guys, this is a 2006 National Dolphin. Model number is a 5320. It's only 34 feet 2 inches long, 2 slides. 55,000 miles, built on a Ford V10. It's got the optional Banks power pack. Gives it up to 56 more horsepower and up to 70 pound-feet more of torque on top of the 362 and the 457 it already has. 457 pound-feet of torque, 362 horsepower. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, we sent a long way after this one. We just drove it cross country. This thing was, we picked this thing up in Southern California. People called us wanting to sell it, and y'all know how it is in California right now with regulations and all that. They actually titled this thing and got driver's license in Texas, but they lived in California. So I sent Ben, one of my more experienced drivers, out to pick it up, flew him out there. He picked it up, drove it back cross country, 2,300 miles. I mean, just couldn't believe. In fact, he is trying to talk his wife into buying it, but I don't think she's going to go for it. So this thing, he said, just drove like you know, unreal. Even in the high winds and all that stuff, guys, it did great. For those of you who are not familiar with National RV, they went out of business, I think, around 2009-10, but in my opinion, they're right on up there with Tiffin as far as one of the best built Class A gas motorhomes you can get. Main reason is because of what they call the Dura Frame. And the Dura Frame is one of the few, well, National RV was one of the few brands, along with Born Free, that actually built a solid steel frame, or not solid steel, but framed steel frame, 6-sided steel frame around their RV. So it's not just steel frame on the chassis like all of them with aluminum on top. It's steel wall, steel floor, steel ceiling, fiberglass top roof. These were very, very well built and a quality that you can't find today. And it rivals Tiffin, it rivals some of your most expensive Class A gas motorhomes you can buy today in the quality scale. Of course, it was new. This thing was about $140,000 back then with the full body paint that it has. So this was not, and that's 06 prices, not 2022 prices. They've doubled since then. Let's look around it, guys. It's got a Powertech 6500 gasoline generator running right now, powering everything inside. It is an 06, so you're always going to have a few what I call battle scars. Got a little, just a little dent right there in the corner. You might have 1 or 2 little spots of clear coat. And I'm just showing you this stuff because I don't want you to think this thing's brand new. But guys, I was very, very happy with it when I saw it, because I bought it completely in the blind. So I mean, and of course you take a chance when you do that. That's something I don't really recommend for sale by owners do. But and guys, right now I'm so hurting for inventory. I have to go out of my comfort zone to get inventory to sell to y'all. So this one just worked out great. 50 amp electrical service. It's got a basement air, the 2-ton plus Coleman, just like the Winnebagos have. Even got the Banks exhaust tip still on it. Tires just made a 2,300 mile trip back. It's got the Alcoa wheels instead of the wheel covers. Multi-layer full body paint. Multi-layer steel frame ceiling with a fiberglass top, so no worries there. Got the what they call the Euro style mirrors, so you don't hit your head on them when you're walking underneath them. Like I said, we drove from California, people from California, but they titled it in Texas and had driver's license from Texas. So, which a lot of people do that for, I guess, for not so many inspections and smog and inspections and all that. So it does have a satellite on the roof, but guys, I'm starting to tell people now, when you buy a motorhome with a satellite system, it's changed so much in the last few years. just consider it obsolete. If it works and you can actually hook service to it, consider it a bonus, but just consider it obsolete. Of course, everything's streaming now anyway. Got a power patio awning, hydraulic leveling jacks. Let's take a look inside. Now, they did decorate this thing, guys, and actually did a pretty nice job. Got to have them clean that up a little bit. But as we step inside, all the carpet's original. Is that vinyl, or that's actually a ceramic tile? Up here in the front, got a ice cold dash air. Backup camera works great. Got a pretty nice Cobra CB, even though those are obsolete now. 55,580. It does have a check engine light, and we'll hook a scanner to it, see if it's anything major. But it came on about 1,500 miles into the journey back. It could be something as simple as an O2 sensor. There's no telling. I don't think it's going to hurt anything, and if it's something we can fix, we'll fix it. If it has to go to a shop, all the RV shops are weeks out before they can touch this thing. So, you know, if something we can fix here, we'll fix it. If not, it'll be sold with that check engine light. That's the best way I can describe it. You know, my guys can do some things on motors, but, you know, they're not professional. They're RV technicians, not motor technicians. There's a difference between the two. They, RV technicians, concentrate on everything from the motor back. But leather seats, you know, these, like I said, these were high-end coaches. Flat screen TV, 82-inch tall ceilings, solid wood maple cabinets. Ford V10, like I said, 362 horsepower from the factory. But depending on the RPM you're running, it can add, the Banks package can add up to 56 horsepower and an additional 70 pound-feet of torque. Still rated for 5,000 pounds, which, guys, honestly, any Class A gas motor home, that's all you should really tow anyway, is 5,000 pounds. Slide outs, furniture looks great. I just threw all these throw pillows on it. I'm not hiding anything, guys. Don't worry about that. What you see is in good shape. Got the original books and manuals, original sales brochures. You can see, guys, they've got it pretty well decorated. Some photographs of some of the places they've been. I can't really tell you where those are. Look like it's out in the southwest. No sagging headliner. I mean, you can look at the details, the quality construction, the facade around the slide out, the crown molding. They don't build them like this anymore, guys. And don't get me wrong, the newer motorhomes have got maybe the technology a little better, but the build quality's not. I am going to fix that blind too. I'll get Jessica in here to fix those blinds. She kind of does like a minor carpentry repairs and stuff like that. She's really good at that stuff. San Francisco wine, Yosemite. It's kind of neat walking through here, seeing all the decorations. This is newer. This is a microwave convection oven. Corian countertops and no cracks anywhere. 3-burner stove top. Refrigerator. And we haven't cleaned it yet, guys. This is just how it came in. So, hey, look at that, guys. That is the most dependable ice maker you can ever buy. You know, RV ice makers are notorious for giving problems. I promise you, that ice maker right there will never fail you. It is starting to get cold, which I assume that. I know everything on this thing works just based on what I'm seeing, but we know the slide outs work. We know it drives great. We know the generator works. Air conditioner's ice cold. Lights work. Everything I've touched turns on, so don't worry about that. It's got a Xantrix inverter. You've got, before you get into you got a solid sliding door. It's just locked. To separate this, you've got a slide out pantry, again locked. There we go. I can at least do that one. Slide out pantry. You've got a walk-through bath, which, keep in mind, this thing's only 34 feet long. Looks like they've added that little backsplash right there. That's Corian. Shower. I don't think it's been stored a lot outside because it's not bleaching yellow from the sun coming through the skylight. That's always a nice thing. Water closet, aka the crapper, and you've got a elongated RV toilet, China RV toilet. Wallpaper border's not starting to peel. That's good. That means it hasn't been at least stored in extreme heat. Of course, I know it gets hot out there, but maybe they've kept it in an indoor storage or kept some ventilation going or air conditioner going in it. Bedroom has got a 60 by 80 Queen Island bed. Again, I like all the little touches in here, little decorative touches. And of course, whoever buys this, I mean, you can take that stuff or you can leave it, but I think that's really cool. It kind of, it's almost like a diary of places this thing's been. Got a TV up there. You got dual closets. You got storage underneath. You got storage underneath the bed. Clock's a little wrong, but it's neat, guys. Solid sliding door for the bedroom. Now, it doesn't have washer and dryer hookups or anything like that. It's only 34 feet, so it's not going to have that. It's got a 2-ton plus Coleman Mach central air system, which also doubles as an optional electric heat pump. So you've got gas heat. This one should be a 38,000 BTU gas furnace, plus you've got electric heat from your heat pump. So you got two ways to heat it, and you got your dash air is cold and your roof air is cold to help cool it off. Wow. $46,900, guys. And I honestly, I feel like I'm really underselling this thing for the price. I don't think it will be on the market very long. It's a nice unit. It's clean. It's like I said, it'll fix that blind. We'll try to fix check engine light. I'm not gonna make any promises on that. Just you know, we'll do our best. We'll give it, you know, what I have. You know, right now, guys, we've got a severe labor shortage, as most of you know, like everybody else is in the country. So especially for something like techs, that's more of a specialized position. So but we do guarantee slide outs to work, generator to work. We guarantee it to run and drive. We guarantee it the refrigerator to get cold, freezer to get cold, and of course the roof air to get cold. You know, anything else, guys, you can come inspect it. You can hire somebody to inspect it. Those other items are sold as is. That's the only thing we guarantee to work. But guys, $46,900 is the price on this. Full body paint, good miles, excellent condition. We just drove it 2,300 miles back. So I don't think you really got to worry about the running and driving. If something you think you're interested in, pick up the phone, give us a call right away. 706-965-7929. We do have some financing available with approved credit and down payment if you're interested in that. Give us a call. My salespeople can give you the up-to-date information on the financing. 706-965-7929. And of course, keep in mind, we're not like other RV dealerships. We don't mark interest rates up. In other words, what you get approved for is what you pay. You know, other dealerships overcharge you by thousands of dollars by getting you approved at a lower rate, but charging you 1 or 2 or 3% more. Banks let them keep about 75% of that, and yes, it's 100% legal. But we're not like that, guys. You know, we've been doing this 53 years. And believe me, if this wasn't a good RV, I wouldn't have sent out after it to the other side of the country, to the West Coast. And yeah, it could have bit me in the butt, I know that, but it didn't. This one worked out. You know, I've had some before that I've sent my drivers out on a plane. They got there and it's a total piece of junk, completely misrepresented. And I've told them just to get back, take an Uber back to the airport and grab a flight back. And that's an expensive lesson to learn, because I got to pay for the flight both ways and my driver for his wasted time. So, But this one worked out great, guys. It was everything they said it was, so I went ahead and got it. Here it is. You know, guys, you know, used to do, I could just go to the auctions and go to Florida, South Carolina, wherever, and buy these things and fill my lot up. But now you can't touch them at auctions. Prices are through the roof. A lot of junk going through the auctions. Every once in a while there's a nice one, but if it is nice, it brings 20 grand over retail book at a dealer auction. This is just something I just looked across. People call me off one of my old ads about we buying RVs, and no distance was too far, and we proved it to them. We bought it 2,300 miles away. But like I said, guys, it's you know, something that can, you know, you got, well, I look at it, you got about a 50-50 shot of getting there, of it being what it's supposed to be or being misrepresented, and this one was everything it's supposed to be, so it worked out. If you got questions about this motorhome, and yes, guys, we still buy RVs. So if you got one, if it's nice, if it's not nice, I really don't want it. I don't care what it is. If it's not nice, or it's, I can't use it. I don't have them. Unfortunately, right now I'm so short-handed. I don't have anybody to do projects or rebuild one, or if it needs more than basic, just simple basic repairs, I really don't have anybody here that I can spare to do it. So a sign of the times. But guys, I've got it priced accordingly. You know, this thing, if we were still doing our full checkout, would probably be either $52,900 or $49,900. But I've got it for $46,900, saving you a few $1,000s, so you can put that money toward any little repairs it might need. And I doubt it needs any of those at all. So definitely keep that in mind. I'm saving you a lot of money. I'm not feeing you either. You know, you go to these other dealerships, they add, and you don't even know about it till you sign on the dotted line. They're adding thousands of dollars in dock fees, prep fees, and processing fees, and happy camper fees, freight fees, and all that good stuff, guys. And whatever name they call it, it's all 100% dealer profit, 100% unnecessary to purchase a used or even a brand new RV. That's just a way for them to get more profit. They can advertise a lower price, but sell it for a higher price by disguising that profit in the form of fees. And they'll give you a good song and dance story. Well, we got to charge this or what it goes toward, but it's a lie, guys. Don't believe it. I've been in this business too long. I've seen too many things. You got to be really careful, be on your guard, when you, especially when you're dealing with these big dealerships like corporate dealers, like Rip Off World. Because, guys, you know, my grandpa told me years and years ago, big dealers don't get to become big dealers by giving people fair deals on RVs. They get to become big dealers by maximizing profit on everything they can. So, and I don't mind paying somebody profit, because I understand it, overhead, you got employees to pay, but I'm not going to pay a dealership more profit just because they spend millions and millions of dollars a year on advertising, on NASCAR and doing college football bowls and all this stuff, guys. I'm not paying for that. I don't agree with that stuff, so why should I pay for it? And but that's what happens when you buy from those dealerships. You know, a few $1,000s of your purchase is you're paying a few $1,000s extra to cover the cost of some of that advertising. So keep that in mind. Yeah, big dealers don't mean low prices. It's the exact opposite most of the time. But guys, this is a nice unit for the money, for under 50 grand. I think it's really going to make somebody a nice coach. With a lot of life left to it. If it's something you think you're interested in, please call. One more time, our phone number is 706-965-7929. We do have financing available with approved credit and down payment. And we do have, we do take trade-ins. So make sure that you give us a call. We'll be glad to help you out. Email is sales@parkway-rv-center.com, but always call for faster service. Come out and look, guys. We've got a big selection, or not as big as I'd like it to be, but we still got a decent selection of used Class A's, gas and diesel, so make sure you come check them out. You won't be disappointed. And variety of price ranges. I'm working on Another back row bargains diesel pusher motorhome too, something that I can sell pretty reasonable, but of course it needs a little bit of work. But this one right here, I've got some nice stuff coming in, guys, and I'm working on some nice stuff to purchase, so to sell you. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Come out, take a look at it. We do offer nationwide delivery. Contact us for a quote, and like I said, we don't charge any extra fees. Just a sales price of $46.9, which is the haggle-free firm price. We charge to Georgia residents only, we charge a $100 highway impact fee because the state tells us we have to, and a $40 to $50 tag and title fee, excuse me. But that's the Georgia residents only. Out of state, in other words, guys, you come from out of state, you're paying cash for it. You bring me a cashier's check or do a wire transfer for $46.9, you got yourself a motorhome. That's everything out the door. But now if you finance it, depends on the lender, they may require us to collect an estimated sales tax from whatever state you live in. This depends on the lender, so if, you know, make sure you call us about all that. And I mean, we'll take cash too, guys, but we do prefer a wire transfer, preferably, or a cashier's check over $100 bills. But guys, I'm not going to turn it down if you bring it, but it's just a lot safer for you to transport when you bring a cashier's check or do a wire transfer. It's a whole lot safer for you to transport. It's safer for my people too, because it all goes right in the bank anyway. There's no advantage to paying cash anymore, guys. Those days are long in the past. Matter of fact, most dealerships now charge you more to pay cash for one than to finance it. And that's because they're missing out on profit, because remember what I said about dealers marking interest rates up. They get you approved, but they charge you more. When you pay cash, they can't really make any money on financing, can they? And we don't have any upsells either. You go to these dealerships and they start talking about extended warranties and gap insurance and exterior and interior protection packages. All that stuff's marked up 4 or 5 times dealer cost. And when you're paying cash and not financing, because they just add it to your loan, which has got the interest rate marked up, making double, they lose a lot of profit when you pay cash over financing, thousands of dollars. That's why so many dealerships charge more. Well, what they do is they come up with a fake rebate, like the advertised price. Well, that includes the rebate from this lender if you go through them. There is no rebate, guys. That's just them taking just a little bit of chunk of that profit that they make when you finance through them and giving you some kind of fake rebate. And they tell you lose that rebate if you pay cash. Don't believe that crap. Technically, it's illegal, but nobody enforces it. So, and you know, law is no good if it's never enforced. But guys, I don't care how you pay for it. It doesn't matter to me. The price is $46.9. Thank you again for watching. I look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.